Rinpoche, venerable monks, and everybody else, a very warm welcome to this talk organised by the Cambridge University Buddhist Society. It is a true privilege to be able to listen to Khenpo Sodargye Rinpoche speaking this evening. He is one of the most eminent teachers of the Buddha Dharma in China and becoming increasingly known in the West as well. He had a thorough and deep training in Tibetan Buddhist theory and practices, so he had the traditional Tibetan Buddhist training for a monk. And since then, he's devoted himself for the last 30 years to making the Buddha Dharma accessible to as many people as possible in a form that enabled lay people as well as monks to have a really thorough Buddhist education. If you were watching the video earlier, Khenpo Rinpoche is the senior teacher at Larongga Five Sciences Buddhist Institute, Buddhist Academy. And he's using the internet and increasingly making contact in the West. He's visited many universities in the West in order to, I think, get us to engage with this extraordinary set of teachings. So he comes from a deeply traditional Tibetan Buddhist background, but he's very involved in integrating traditional Buddhist practices with the problems of the modern world. And he's also very interested and engaged in integrating what could be taken as a contemplative tradition with action out there in the world. He's founded a charity to support education, to support nursing care. He stresses the importance of compassion and looking after the poor, not just sitting on the cushion and practicing for ourselves. And in the case of Cambridge, yes, this is a place of great privilege, but it is also, as many of you here will know, a place where there is also a lot of suffering. Suffering that comes from modern lifestyle, suffering that just comes from being human beings. And what the Buddha Dharma has to offer all of us is some sort of way of finding healing for that suffering. So very much in the spirit of Khenpo Rinpoche's wish to help all of us find our own way, that he's going to give a talk tonight on the Buddha's path in practice, an end in itself or a means to a better world.
Lopchandani tani de nahtanga chutsoko tani tsokso tani lehna marna yongda te maimbagan tani girgan tani lopcho chamadam nyam de dostavi tani skachapsha jida lojong shiji korko shongala nga rangoni nya thapa ne gapchochi.
Tonight, to have this opportunity to come here, to give a teaching, also have this opportunity to learn from you, from the members of the Cambridge Students Buddhist Society and teachers, everybody who has come here tonight, Khenpo wants to extend a very heartfelt thanks.
Chapter 로짓니 요니 길근 데 랍트 총화 콩남바 몸보 쳐요래 달로 응츠온데 탈란 쇼네야 로짓 그 데니 랍트 총화 몸보당 냠더 로종시기다 데니 롤란시기 고르크 여보쇼요 시집 다 춘데 있나 데니 로직 추즈다 샹직 추 데니 오직 추 다 남박 섬거나 산집 존던데 그 출력 참만디 오늘에 데나 다데랑 데니 닝운이 나가서 오직 나왔던 출력와래 데니 데랑 로직 다데랑 추적 속조야 몸보즈도 데니 로직 나왔던 출력와 인사래 데니나 ngetsonyo nyamdam thandrur gurguni tani chama rolang shikyo ndoyang chi chatam phobajire.
And looking around the audience, I'm particularly glad to see so many ordained members of the Theravada tradition in the audience. This year in Thailand, we had a conference and I had an excellent opportunity to engage in discussion and exchange with members of the Theravada, the southern tradition. In general, we speak of the southern tradition, the northern tradition, the Tibetan tradition. In any case, they're all part of the Buddha Dharma. And I'm really grateful to have this opportunity, and I hope that we can engage with each other in a very united way.
Tani ngala samsir kareyo rejana 다 디릅 니시바 디릅 니시바르즈이나 tani gyarkaptar gyarkapko parnayang 주 단 추글롱 몽어 멘축 몽어 요치 디릅즈레 tani 다지 출력 바른섬이 있나라 문능커그양 타츠 타장 몽보 요사가 디릅즈레 다 tani 디릅 니르치 바네송 tani 때 잠즈 마요 바가 tani gyarkap bar 있나라가 출력 bar 있나라가 харшугда нөшуг мөг варная тани та дамчэнг дирозэйда цама панцэн нямда жэра чи тамзу ё цитирб мөсөр жанзэг сонёрэ.
So I guess to sort of start off with my thoughts about the 20th century, which is one that was characterized by a great deal of conflict, a great deal of struggles between different peoples, between different religious sects or religious traditions. It was in general a century of great violence. We've now arrived in the 21st century, and in some sense we can see that it has been a time where there has been an opportunity for greater communication and collaboration and cooperation in many fronts.
다 디 갑스이나 tani pena sharshuk ngatsu mambojiga tani nabshuk ta ngubo yargi ya chimbu songyoni tani chanrig lakhsar chanrig shisha ndzo tamchat flojong shidana tani rangrang sosun choi nanda pechchu sheyang shegonre karsan derang sharsho eshiya ga yakub mambojiga nabshuk chanrig delateni tani yargi phusum soba rodan rojin bare 대당 라와고 ngatsu nupshugna yuni tani jik shiyon bayi nan raga lommayi nan raga suyin na yang ngatsu sharshug bana tani sharshug tab sanglu parimjir sanglu tani shiyon yang samgi meki baza nani tawarda ragonre ndatsu yang chit tila songayda lojong shi jizgina chigdu sharnab nyamjir yon jizgida nisi gannadang tangrab 안나당 니가 냠냠저 용기 단 데라 녜테나 구바 쳔부 득삼
어디 탐보지를
харшук ма чага нөшук царик ширик ловжонра тэне нөшук ма тамчит шарк дари чулг дар рыгни анада танг тэне харнапта анадан нига танцын ловжондан релашини губандус.
So we can see that over the past century and in recent times, using scientific methods that were first developed in the West, people in Eastern countries have been able to improve their material standard of living in certainly in very discernible ways. At the same time, however, the West is also learning from the knowledge traditions, the very amazing knowledge traditions of the East. And so it's my sincere hope, in fact, that people from both parts of the world and can learn from the benefit of each other's traditions.
다 때는 아주 냠더 드니스 카차샤기 능동 소의 나와 상기비 출루 접설라 때네 더 마오와 다 라닉 그 저데블라나메 파르테르나레다 때네 지금 신속 초트 때는 지르득담비 마오 달람 양탁바즈 춘레즈기 단 디르던거 때네 참말라 냐지 도르 디바찬즈 지르기인.
So, in terms of the topic for tonight's teaching, I'm going to be addressing the practice of the Buddha's teachings and whether, in fact, they are a means to gain advancements in a personal practice or whether they are a means for achieving benefit in the wider world.
실 상기가 출력제란데요. 땅 인군이나 루무즈가 때네 짐직다 로종 갈라칸섬 시용래 때인데 니 스타츠르즈라 가르제나 따나 상기가 출력제긴데 베야 체와다 땅 자파 텐자와즈레 때인데 쿠 점제의 다 측직다 니고 저다 진덤 촌고나 때 하장 가면에 시켜와즈레
치즈리?
다 측용용스 그리고 그 산지가 잡지가 죽음 제ben데 잠판 주치제단 랑그 대화 냠섬 용치제르고나 더 측용시즈 그리고 배 갈리카본두.
So I've been engaged in the investigation and the study of Buddhism for a very long time, and in my opinion, when we look at the question of what the Buddha Dharma is and what the Buddhist tradition is, that it is in fact extremely vast, and it's quite difficult to put into a few words what its essence is.
옛날에 때네 추가 다돈도 냠슬랑디 때네 충가리가 나나 남지가 내금나 라니가 타라 양탁바 톱네 타라 양탁바 톱네 때네 고비야 양서 뇽버 지네 다 뇽모와다 등을 짱메피 때네 담 냥을린데 바제르고난 자가 데스타비 제베 톱기오도요 딱가로 몽우즈 그랑아 데스타고 니르고네레지 텐자양 손사요레.
Of course, it is said that the purpose of practice in the Buddhist tradition is to obtain liberation, is to eradicate one's afflictions, and to pass beyond this existence and abide in the state of nirvana.
양 충가래 그렇감나 제부터 톱송디 제부터 톱냈더니 딱베르나 다리가 샘친 그돈 접교 산기 그 꼬마토 소나야 다른 몸터네 되네 샘친 그돈 접교 운동조 옛날에제 때려 소요래.
According to other ways of saying it, or to other voices of the tradition, after one has obtained Buddhahood, one should exert oneself to the benefit of other beings and dedicate oneself primarily to these tasks.
베나 데 자화추름보치 제게도 복고 타거에 나페 냥악바 그바 쳔보즈레 다 콩이 나길로 지게 다리 겠다나 지게 겠치 캬글로 와르다 다리가 지그니 디모고 라마 짝천즈레 콩고 송니 다 셰슌고 고름 그갑나 적송으로잖아 산기 돕기원도야 대 무연 타르트바 마레제 산기 돕네 지실 건전 후 잔돈 잔로아 샘전 담적 돈 줍교 단 득조레 제야 베 사로 고네 송레.
In the words of Palchu Rinpoche, who was an extremely renowned master from the Tibetan tradition who lived in the 19th century, he said in reference to the objectives of Buddhahood that obtaining Buddhahood is not, he said very clearly, it's not to obtain Buddhahood as an objective or a means in itself, but rather to use one's Buddhahood for the benefit of other sentient beings.
girgangare yang songondo huerna ta chu zigide ngoma kasang dereng ge roa ge matamche ge nat serer shijit nat serze ge tene pena man tabare zendo tang uni je ngasu chu nangdon mashi badana chula chargi mebaina kayo mare tenda kemalin na ya ta na uni ge je chundela jimjig shena da chunde 냠슬레는 젠디 맞수 머라나 소수 샘컴나 판토 개침보 요기요래.
Tonight when I met earlier with Dr. Rachel, she likened the Buddha Dharma to an extremely healing medicine for many people in today's age. This is very, very much the case. Of course, to people who don't have an understanding of the contents of the teachings or don't have a great familiarity, then, well, it's difficult to say. But to people who commit themselves to understanding the teachings and to practicing the teachings, the benefit can be very, very great indeed.
다 랑아 지금 냠레 시사가 추 샘는 거 낫다 등을 세시 그 때다 추직면나 가성되는 거 신속도 촉직네 되나 배 응보 빠르용 열기 되니 추르근 직전이나 앉아 코리기 있나 앉아 끈거 타는 양 뒤로 가마다 잠들시니나 로미 로르기타나 되니 배 만자와 그 열기 퍼섬 소바 쇼요기 뒤수 된다가 되요래 양 촉직네 되네나 ngasu roa maga tene nang semgi dingmer nang semgi nazik dele jang chabram phaba dik hajan cheba dingmer chiraba tendabe ne sikero.
On the one hand, we can say that the current age that we live in is certainly unprecedented in terms of the degree of development of external material conditions. At the same time, it is also one where probably we are at a point of unprecedented suffering as well.
가리제나 가선대랑 다 당선 그 뒤촌데라 되니 코리거 되니 코리 막족스 기르네 다 가국이 양다바 메바다나 대비전도는 지금 코리 그 야금도 추나나야 딱 멘추 망보 용에다 되네 뭐 탐칠라 된적 메바다 되니 나수 에시아라 소바가 양 야금 망보 제르 자마다는 디촌양 다 지금 초르된 여보 메니 제르양 자모라나 빼 만자 망보 따르게 요지 니츠
And all kinds of incidents transpire around us, every day, all the time, whether it be stories of environmental destruction, of pollution, of wars between countries, or as in Asia, particularly in China these days, there's a great deal of worry and concern about food safety, for instance.
페름촌나 네 신이 아르거타바이나 다 로르가니 타가바르도 잔치기 용래 단디 잔치그 여름 초도 다 파르칠 봄섬다 척지야르물 드니 다리 책쪽 자메트 송에다 셔차리오래.
If we take a look at the Syria conflict, for example, over the past 5 years, approximately 300 people have lost their lives. 300,000 people have lost their lives.
다들이 회남물동 시친 시와 직zam즈 드네 다른 잔치그 코리 그 초도나 등을 쌈기면 개밤 용신 요바다. 양다 시와 다 시친 직zam즈그 드네 초초 지게 yarmarda 다 이렇게 매대는 사실 소소 캡처한 거고요래. 야 초초 지게 yarmarda 드네 그런 거 사차나 드네 교사르나 맨득사 이나메디 다 랑거 야르컵나 타나 김성내사야 메디 덴지 빼 만제다리 교육내스 게려요.
And upwards of 1 million people have been rendered displaced through this conflict too. So there are approximately 600,000 people within the country's borders who now don't have homes, and another 400,000 people who are refugees in bordering countries.
다 당래 상로 당대 군이 나총 주암 참마더 지르득 찍바 상로 찍바 연거요래 예요래다 이나야 다 자르급 라라 나한테 때타베 멘칙 잡침보 쇼용디 되네 베나 유럽 그 자르급 암선네나 tani yarkab maungzhika tar kyabchirwanda tsu tanglin chegiyo re. Yenji nina kanzha yen choran tsu shigi re.
So even though, we are all human beings, we are the same in this respect, we're the same in our thoughts, etc. Certainly our circumstances are different depending on where we come from. In some countries there are wars, and then there are countries in Europe, for example, that are on the receiving end of the refugee situation. And as for the response in England to that, I'm sure you're all sure.
Kaastari ngama de japchiro angare gan choa ga choda nyamji len nywa ta ngone jane koran hachang jobore tene thana rang dosa ga ni yang mede chamsa ya mane matsik chiga tinda jor gona nga su chu na na rang li la pelong ne jalang no pa ma shi chigze pena rang pelong e jang ga chora de kanre re chorang tu song re tene ta nginguni na che nambala ji japchirwa ga ta ga rewa jaji wangcha yo mareda inaya ngachu ta ndroa mi ringare la testabi dungun jongdi samlok tong go sa zrep samgyo.
And I would urge everybody to really think about what it's like, what the plight of people in a situation in the situation of being a refugee is like, having no safety, no home, having one's immediate existence at threat. Of course, I'm not in a position to make any requests of anybody, but I think this is something that we should definitely cast our minds to and try to empathize with.
Di shawan de zu tane na ngachu raptu chunga na tene sik tane jang wangcha da tinja yo mareda yinna yang sem ge tane zamolong ne sir kandang kan yinna ngachu swanlok tangyo.
So even though we might not have any particular power or capacity to do much, nevertheless, we certainly need to really think about this.
Gare ge sonlo tona o ta chawa raptu chunga cha me cha ndasu tene gomba chakpu tene ta rsir tir namsi tene 다 코론 저 주반양을 시 유직능 막도 되면 신속고 초다 되니 다 말의 용의 시한도 저 접교원도 추양다 말의 some 다된자 공권이야 요나타.
And in terms of being a monk, being an ordained person, whether or not these outside things are things that we should think about, maybe some people are of the view that the role or the proper role of an ordained person is to reside in their monastic institution, practicing the Dharma according to tradition, and in fact involving oneself or concerning oneself too much with things taking place on the outside world is not appropriate.
다티 다리 공도 집았다래 raptu chunga yin 자가 tene 추박 잠박 겸바초 yin 자가 ngachu lengin yoba cherezena rani kangyo ko tene roa mu zu shisa ga tene khuri ga tene mu thamche yin 자가 tene ligo dungor sem ga dungor ndu seri tada zumba shujida ne tena ngachu mu chama ga tene zirda mepi lengen. But
in my opinion, actually, as an ordained person, and in fact, regardless of whether one is ordained or whether one is a lay person, as a Buddhist, it is really a fundamental responsibility for us to be very concerned about the situation of sentient beings in the environment around us.